Welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be making a wire weeder. It's a little tool to help me with my weeding. It's just a loop of wire that's been bent into like a wire shape using a mould or a former. Yeah, so there we go, that's the former. I'm just building the former up here. I've got a pattern on an old scrap piece of wood. I'm just going to drill some screws into it at various points to act as fulcrums for the wire to go around. And once I've done all that, I chuck the wire in. And so here we go with the wire. Just centering it up on that centre screw. Just clamping in place with a pair of pliers. It's the first time I've ever done one of these, by the way. So it's all learning as I go. The wire I'm using here actually is a spoke from a bicycle wheel. Give me words out there. So it's quite good strong steel, spring steel. Just teasing it into place there. Once it's all done, free it up by taking one of the screws out. Now we have the rough shape. Now just tidy it up a little bit with the stub nose pliers there. Just putting some prongs in the end so that it seats properly into the tool handle. Sorry about that, guys. So now we'll start getting on with the tool handle. And my first job is to make a ferrule, or ferrule, however you pronounce it. It's just an old bit of copper pipe. I measure off about an inch of it. And get it on the bench hook there. And now we'll start working on the handle. So once that ferrule's cut off, I'll use it to mark on the wood here. Oh, by the way, this is just the end of an old broomstick handle. Just mark round, give a rough idea of what I need to remove on the wood. So, and once that's done, now you can see it there. Out comes the rasps, and start filing it down. You can see there, made a start. You just do one section, twist it round and do another. So as far as the human eye is concerned, if you section off a piece of wood like this, whether it be a round one or a square one, 16-sided, I don't even know what the math word would be here, a 16-sided shape is visually round to the human eye. As you can see, I've edited a lot of the actual work out here. This is why it seems to be jumping a bit. Because, to be quite honest, watching someone removing a large chunk of wood off another piece of wood is quite boring. But you can see I'm getting close to the shape now. But, this old handle of the wood is still quite brittle. I did slap some linseed oil on it afterwards. And we just keep going like that. So when I'm actually out on the plot, I have a spacing of about 10 inches between my main crops. So for onions, if I was doing companion planting with onions, I'd have a distance of about 10 inches between the 2 rows of onions, and then down the middle, that's where I'd put the carrots. And then this little gadget gets run down between them. Makes weeding a lot more efficient, a lot more easier than just using a traditional garden hoe, which has its uses still, especially on the unplanted bed. And then once I've roughly got it into shape, I'll take my my copper for all, just do a test fit, and just keep taking bits off as and when needed. And once I've got everything fitted together, I was happy with how it fitted together. I just scored, got a chisel, scored 2 lines down the side for the wire prongs on the wire weeder to mate into. Drilled some holes, the 2 catches to lock into. The top of the wire bit there is about, I think it's about 3 inches. After a bit of finagling, which I didn't video because I had to do it outside, and I left the camera equipment in the workshop, slipped the ferrule over the prongs and tapped it in, and there we have the finished product. Right guys, I'll see you in the next video.
Though much is taken, much abides, and though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.